Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start the third chapter of our second book, and the name of the chapter is The Adventures of Toto, which is written by Ruskin Bond. I hope you must have heard the name of writer Ruskin Bond in earlier as well. As in your 8th class, Ruskin Bond had written the chapter The Fight, and in 7th class he had written the chapter The Tiger in the House was written by Ruskin Bond. And in 6th class, the chapter The Banyan Tree was written by Ruskin Bond. We can conclude that Ruskin Bond is a fond lover of animals, and his childhood or a good period of time or a maximum period of time of his youth and childhood is spent watching the different kind of animals, or he has spent his childhood around different types of animals. This chapter is also about a naughty monkey, a mischievous monkey whose name is Toto, and the author's grandfather found it or purchased it, bought it from a Tonga driver. Okay, let's see how Toto was mischievous and what kind of things he did and why he is being said as mischievous. Okay, class, let's start. Grandfather brought Toto from a Tonga driver who was the Toto was tied to a feeding trot in his Tonga, and all the time he was clattering and watching here and there, and grandfather thought that this monkey would make a good collection of pets in his own personal zoo, so he bought Toto for only 5 rupees from the Tonga driver. Okay, class, the feeding trot is a kind of container in which animals are fed. Okay, so the Toto was tied in a feeding trot. So he was tied in a feeding trot. Feeding trot is basically a utensil or a container in which animals are tied or offered food or other edibles. So he was tied in a feeding trot, and grandfather thought that he would make a add-on. He would be a kind of add-on to his personal collection in his personal zoo. So he was brought to the narrator's house by his grandfather. Now Toto was a pretty monkey who has bright eyes, and who could right from his eyes we could conclude that yes, this monkey or this animal is a kind of naughty and mischievous. Okay, his face and his hands his eyes were deep sunk into his eyes, and his face was having wrinkles. He was a red colored monkey who would scare away the Anglo-Indian ladies. Anglo-Indian ladies means the ladies or the women who are from British and Indian origin. Okay, so grandfather describes the appearance of the monkey. He was a red cute little monkey having his bright little eyes shining inside, and these were sunken inside his eyes or his skull face. His hands, his whole body was covered with hairs, and right from his face we can conclude that he was a sort of naughty and mischievous. Okay, and he would scare away, means looking onto him every Anglo-Indian lady would get scared off. And his hands, the part which is uncovered with the hair, it was a kind of wrinkled, as if it had, or his hands were let in sunshine or under the sun for drying up, just like pickle. Okay, class, and more than this, he had a tail which was a kind of his third hand or third limb. Okay, with this limb or with this tail, he can scoop up even the delicate or delicious food, the delicacy, and he could scoop it up with it, and it made his the tail made his looks more beautiful and more presentable. Now, grandfather knew that if they would disclose that they have brought the narrator and the grandfather has brought the monkey, the grandmother would be very angry and she would fuss off. Fuss off means getting angry. So they determined, or they resolved that they would keep the news of the monkey a secret, and they would tell grandmother only when she would be in a good mood. So for the first time, the narrator and the grandfather decided that the monkey would be kept inside the narrator's room, and it was kept in the almirah, which was covered with a ornamental paper or decorative papers, and the monkey was tied with a peg, with a halter, and to the peg. Now they both went out, and after some time, when they came back into the narrator's room to take the monkey out. They found that narrator's school uniform, the coat of the uniform, was torn into shreds. It was broken into or torn into small pieces, fine pieces, and with this, they assumed that very soon grandmother will be knowing about this monkey. But grandfather was quite happy with the mischief, or with the thing, or which the activity which the monkey has done, and he said, "It's okay. Toto is a good performer, and he had a very naughty nature, and he is very mischievous. Now," he said, "he is clever. Give him time, and very soon he will get adjusted into the atmosphere of our home." Now, his presence in the house was still a secret, and Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets used to live, like a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a very tame and shy squirrel, and a goat, a pet goat. But the monkey, who was very naughty, who would never allow anybody to sleep. All the other animals, the pair of rabbit, the tame squirrel, and the goat, the pet goat, and the tortoise were friendly in nature, but Toto was a kind of mischievous, and he was very naughty. So he did not let anyone sleep throughout the night, and he used to disturb them all. So grandfather decided that next day grandfather had to leave Dehradun, and he had to go Saharanpur to collect his pension from there. So as he knew that he won't allow Toto won't allow other animals of grandfather's collection to sleep. So grandfather decided that he would take Toto with him to Saharanpur, and for this special arrangements were made. What were the special arrangement? A strong bag of canvas was brought for keeping Toto inside it, and the canvas was quite strong, so Toto could not shred it into parts. He was kept inside and zipped up with the chain. Now, all the time things were okay. Narrator did not get a chance to go with his grandfather, but the narrator's grandfather told the incident which happened in Saharanpur to narrator, which was a kind of humorous incident. So what was the incident? Let's see. So as Toto was put inside a strong canvas bag, and all the time he was traveling with the grandfather, it was okay, everything was okay up to Saharanpur. But as grandfather stopped at the railway platform and he went to the TT for showing him the ticket, Toto showed up out of the bag. His mouth, Toto showed out or brought out or picked out this much the head part, and he gave a wide smile, a grin to the TT. Now the TT was taken aback. The word taken aback is written here. That word taken aback means shocked and surprised at the same time. Now, throughout the way, Toto was continuously trying to come out, and it seemed like he was rolling and sliding, and it looked like some ball is hopping inside the bag, and everyone in the platform or in the train was gazing at him with a surprised look. He was a kind of exhibition to all the passengers and all the people in the platform, and Toto was continuously trying to come out. He got succeeded when grandfather was producing the bill or the ticket to the TT, and he just brought out his face up to this level, and he, on seeing the ticket collector, he gave him a very wide smile. He showed him the teeth, white pearly teeth. Now the ticket collector was quite shocked, and he said, "Sir, you can't," he was annoyed as well. So he said, "Sir, you are traveling along with a dog, so you will have to pay extra for this." Now the grandfather tried to tell him that this is not a dog, but he was failing, all was in vain. He did not succeed in convincing him, because he said he is a dog. Now, and the TT took 3 rupees extra as a charge for keeping a quadruped. Grandfather was continuously trying to tell him that this is not a quadruped or nor even a dog. This animal doesn't qualify as a dog because he is having 2 hands and 2 limbs, and quadruped are basically, they walk on their 4 legs. So this doesn't qualify as a quadruped. But the TT was annoyed, and he did not agree or did not listen to him. Now grandfather was a bit irritated at this, and he took out his tortoise from the coat pocket and he showed him up to the TT, and he said, "Okay sir, if you are charging for that as a quadruped, you just see this animal also and charge for this as well." He was just trying to be over smart or trying to take revenge from the ticket collector. Now ticket collector was a kind of funny man, so he said, he touched the tortoise, he prodded the tortoise. His prodding means to touch in a delicately, and when he prodded the tortoise, he hid inside his shell, and he said, "This animal doesn't qualify as a quadruped, so this is not at all chargeable. You can take it home as it is." Now when Toto was finally accepted by grandmother at home, and his acceptance was done and qualified, everyone was he was allowed to live in house by the grandmother, and finally it was decided that he would be kept in the stable with Nana, a donkey. Nana was a very friendly donkey, and that night when he was tied up with Nana, grandfather went there to have a look on Toto, whether he is sleeping or not. But as he reached there, he saw that Nana was very restless, and he was not wishing, or he was staying away from the heap of hay. जहाँ पे सूखी घास पड़ी हुई थी, dry grasses. She was not at all. She was. Nana was a female, so Nana was not ready to go near the hay. And when grandfather slapped her on her haunches, he realized that Nana's ears were biting strongly by the monkey Toto. So from that point onwards, Nana and Toto never became friends, and they were both like enemies. So class, will continue the chapter tomorrow. What you have to do today is, you have to go through the video carefully, write down these new words and their meanings in your fair notebook. Till then, revise whatever is being taught to you. Thank you and have a